stop. Before you buy another piece of DJI gear, you need to hear this. December 22, 2025 changed everything, and most creators have no idea what just happened. While everyone was panicking about the ban, DJI pulled off something absolutely genius. 7 brand new products. Not updates, not rehashes, completely new equipment, quietly certified and ready to launch. But here's the problem. Only some of them will actually make it to US stores. And if you pick wrong, you could be stuck with gear you can't support or waiting for products that'll never arrive. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to buy, what to avoid, and which DJI product could be banned before it even launches. Let's get into it. The ban situation explained. Alright, first things first, let's talk about what actually went down because there's a ton of misinformation floating around. On December 22, 2025, the FCC made a move that sent shockwaves through the creator community. They added all foreign manufactured drones and drone components to something called the covered list. Now, this isn't a proposal or a maybe situation. This is active, enforceable policy right now as we speak in January 2026. Here's what makes this complicated. A product can be fully FCC certified, pass every technical test, meet every wireless standard, and still get blocked from being sold in the United States. That certification you see on the box? It doesn't guarantee anything anymore. New DJI products now need special exemptions from both the Department of Defense and the Department of Homeland Security before they can hit store shelves. Think about that for a second. 2 separate government agencies have to sign off on your camera gear. But before you start panic selling your equipment or stockpiling batteries like it's the apocalypse, breathe. All existing DJI gear remains completely legal to own, use, and fly. Your Mavic, your Mini, your Air, all perfectly fine. Firmware updates are still rolling out, though how long that continues is anyone's guess. The real chaos is around new products launching after that December cutoff date. Now, if you're watching from Europe, Asia, Canada, or Australia, you're actually in the clear. Products will launch normally throughout 2026 in your regions. This is primarily a US market problem, which honestly makes it even more frustrating for American creators who've built entire businesses around this ecosystem. Osmo Pocket 4, the survivor. So, let's answer the question everyone keeps asking me. Will the Osmo Pocket 4 actually release in the United States? And the answer is yes. But the story behind why is fascinating, and it reveals exactly how DJI saw this coming. Timing saved the Pocket 4. Before that December 23rd deadline hit, DJI had already completed full FCC certification for this device. We're talking November 2025, a full month ahead of the restrictions. They got the FCC ID, passed all wireless compliance testing, and even secured Canadian certification for complete North American compatibility. This wasn't luck. This was strategic planning at the highest level. Here's why that matters so much. The certification process typically takes weeks, sometimes months. DJI prioritized getting their most consumer-friendly, broadly appealing product through the approval pipeline first. They knew this ban was coming, and they protected the Pocket 4 because it's the device most likely to attract mainstream creators, vloggers, and travelers who might never buy a drone but absolutely want a compact cinema camera. Originally, whispers in the industry pointed toward a late January 2026 announcement. Obviously, that window has closed. Current intel suggests we're looking at February, possibly mid-March for the official reveal. Once it's announced, availability should follow quickly. We're talking major retailers, Amazon listings, the full distribution treatment. This isn't going to be some limited drop or gray market situation. What can you expect from the Pocket 4 itself? Without diving too deep, since this section is about availability rather than specs, think improved stabilization, better low-light performance, and likely some AI-powered tracking features that'll make solo content creation even easier. The Pocket 3 was already incredible for its size, so expectations are sky-high for this one. The bottom line? If you're a US-based creator waiting for the Pocket 4, you're safe. This device cleared the hurdles, and it's coming. Avata 360, the game changer. Now, let's talk about the product that has me genuinely excited, and honestly, a little nervous about whether US creators will ever get their hands on it. The DJI Avata 360 is not an Avata 3. I need to make that crystal clear, because I've seen so much confusion online. This is an entirely new category of drone, and it might be the boldest thing DJI has attempted in years. For the first time ever, DJI has engineered a true 360-degree flying camera system. Not a drone with an action camera strapped on top, not some janky DIY rig with exposed props ruining half your shots. This is a purpose-built, fully integrated machine designed from the ground up for spherical video capture. If you've ever tried shooting 360 content with drones, you know the pain. You're dealing with external cameras that destroy your flight time, propellers constantly invading your frame, stitching software that makes you want to throw your computer out the window, and footage that looks incredible in concept but frustrating in execution. DJI looked at all those problems and said, "We're fixing everything." The Avata 360 uses dual 1/1.1-inch sensors, which is massive for this category. We're talking 8K spherical video at 50 frames per second. That means buttery smooth motion, sharp detail, and real flexibility when you're editing and exporting. But here's the coolest part that honestly blew my mind when I first heard about it. The camera module physically rotates with one button press. You can switch between full 360-degree immersive capture and a traditional forward-facing FPV mode without landing, without swapping cameras, without rebooting anything. Just flip the switch and keep flying. That versatility is insane for creators who want options without carrying multiple drones. Battery life also gets a serious upgrade with a 38.67 watt-hour battery pack, which is roughly a 26% increase over the Avata 2. If you've flown FPV drones, you know range anxiety is real, and this directly addresses that complaint. Then there's LiDAR-based obstacle sensing, which means this drone actually understands three-dimensional space in a way most FPV drones simply don't. Tight indoor environments, urban corridors, navigating between buildings. The Avata 360 can handle scenarios that would terrify pilots using traditional FPV equipment. Transmission is managed through OcuSync 4 with a theoretical range up to 20 kilometers where legally permitted. Translation: rock-solid signal, minimal latency, and fewer heart-stopping moments when you're pushing the limits. Price-wise, international markets are looking at somewhere between $999 and $1,299, depending on the bundle configuration. That's competitive, especially considering what you're getting. The real question mark is US availability, and that's where things get messy. This product was certified right in that danger zone, and whether it receives the necessary exemptions remains unclear. If you're in the US and this drone matters to your work, you might want to have a backup plan or consider how you'd source it internationally if needed. Professional gear lineup. Beyond the drones, DJI has some serious filmmaking tools in the pipeline, and these matter just as much for professional creators who rely on stabilization and audio quality. Let's break down what's coming. The DJI RS5 is the next evolution in their gimbal lineup, and based on FCC filings and early leaks, it's addressing pain points that working professionals deal with on every single shoot. The biggest upgrade appears to be battery capacity jumping to 33.29 watt-hours compared to the RS4's 21 watt-hours. That's a 58% increase, which would translate directly into longer shoot days, fewer battery swaps, and less stress when you're on paid work with tight deadlines. There's also speculation about built-in LiDAR autofocus integration directly in the gimbal arm, which would be a game changer for focus pulling with manual lenses, vintage glass, or cinema primes if it materializes. Industry sources suggest DJI may be switching to carbon fiber construction, potentially making the RS5 approximately 20% lighter than the RS4, while maintaining similar payload capacity. If you've ever done a 12-hour wedding shoot or a full-day commercial production, you understand why weight matters. Your arms, your back, your shoulders, they'll all thank you. Expected pricing should land somewhere between $550 and $850 USD based on early Australian retail leaks, with a launch window likely in Q1 or Q2 of 2026. If you're still running an RS3 or older, this could represent a meaningful upgrade when it arrives. If you already own an RS4 and battery life hasn't been a limitation, you might be able to skip this generation. For smartphone stabilization, DJI already released the Osmo Mobile 8 in November 2025, which is aimed at mobile-first creators. It features stronger motors, capable of handling heavier modern smartphones, improved stabilization algorithms, and full 360-degree rotation capability. The standout feature is its compatibility with DockKit for native iOS tracking, plus improved battery life providing up to 10 hours of operation. It's currently available for around $159, making it an accessible option for creators who shoot primarily on their phones. The Osmo Mobile 8 represents an iterative but meaningful upgrade over the previous generation, especially if you're dealing with heavier flagship phones or need that extended battery performance. And let's kill one persistent rumor right now. There is no DJI Mic Mini 2 coming. DJI already launched the DJI Mic Mini in 2025, delivering ultra-compact design with up to 11.5 hours on the transmitter and 10.5 hours on the receiver, all under $100. Then there's the DJI Mic 3, which launched in September 2025 with smaller transmitters and noticeably better audio quality. If you need a microphone system, buy what currently exists. Waiting for a Mini 2 that doesn't exist is a waste of your time and delays your projects unnecessarily. Action plan. Alright, here's what you actually need to do with all this information. Because knowledge without action doesn't pay your bills or grow your channel. If you're a US-based creator, your strategy right now should be calculated, not emotional. Don't panic buy. Don't feed scalpers charging triple retail on eBay. Don't chase every rumor or leak that pops up in Facebook groups. For gear you need immediately, existing DJI products are still fully supported, legal to fly, and functioning perfectly. The Mini 4 Pro, Air 3, Mavic 3 series, all solid choices available right now. The Osmo Pocket 4 is confirmed safe for US release. So if that's on your list, you're good to wait for the official launch. For everything else, particularly the Avatar 360 and newer professional gear, watch for exemption announcements carefully. If you're an international creator, you're in a much better position. Products will launch normally throughout 2026 in Europe, Asia, Canada, and Australia. You have the luxury of waiting for reviews, comparing options, and making informed decisions without the regulatory chaos US creators are navigating. Here's my personal recommendation. Master the equipment you already own. Seriously, spend the next few months getting absolutely fluent with your current gear. Learn every menu setting, every shooting mode, every creative technique possible with what you have. Technology moves fast, but storytelling skills are timeless. The best creators aren't the ones with the newest toys. They're the ones who squeeze every ounce of capability out of whatever camera they're holding. Keep an eye on this channel because I'll be breaking down every exemption, every launch, and every development as it happens in real time. 2026 is going to be chaotic, competitive, and honestly, kind of exciting if you approach it strategically. If this video helped you make sense of the situation, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment letting me know which DJI product you're most excited about or which one you think will never make it to the US. I read every single comment, and I'll be following up with deeper dives on specific products as more information becomes available. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.